This is your teacher Annie, your health optimizing physical education teacher. For this lesson, you are going to analyze physiological indicators such as heart rate, rate to perceive exertion, and pacing associated with MVPAs to monitor and/or adjust participation or effort. When you engage in physical activities for health and fitness improvements, you need to monitor the effort you are giving. This is because the effort given in doing physical activities contributes to the achievement of your fitness goals. By monitoring your effort, you will be able to know if you are reaching at least a moderate intensity level. Remember, it's important that your body is challenged to do more than what it is used to for changes to core. If the physical activity you do is too easy for your body, changes would be minimal. Since your body should be challenged, you need to sustain moderate to vigorous intensity of physical activity for your body to be challenged. You will be able to monitor your effort through physiological indicators. Physiological indicators are those signs that are physiologic in nature or have to do with bodily processes. These include heart rate, rate of perceived exertion or RPE, and pacing. Each of these physiological indicators is important. However, depending on your fitness goal and performance preference, each indicator has its own advantages. At the end of this learning activity sheet, you should be able to analyze physiological indicators such as heart rate, rate of perceived exertion, and pacing or pace associated with MVPA to monitor and/or adjust participation or effort, and perform a dance and get the different physiological indicators. We will begin our lesson with a warm-up activity. Get your learning activity sheet and your pen and perform the first activity. Look at the box. There are names of food that you can see. Write on the table where the foods belong. Classify them if they belong to go, grow, or glow foods.
I will give you only 1 minute to answer the activity. Good luck! Please check your own work.
As shown on the table is the RPE or rate of perceived exertion chart. It provides a numerical value from 1 to 10 together with their corresponding descriptor. Say for example, a rating of 7 to 8 is termed as a vigorous activity, while it is also described as on the verge of becoming uncomfortable, short of breath, but can speak a sentence.
RPE 1 means very light activity. Say for example, watching TV, riding a car, etc. RPE 2 to 3 means light activity. When you say light activity, it feels like you can maintain for hours. You can easily breathe and carry on a conversation. And RPE 4 to 6 means a moderate activity. When we say moderate activity, feels like you can exercise for an hours, but breathing heavily and can hold a short conversation. And RPE of 7 and 8 means a vigorous activity. On vigorous activities, you are on the verge of becoming uncomfortable, short of breath, can't speak a sentence. An RPE of 9 means a very hard activity. It's very difficult to maintain exercise intensity, can barely breathe and speak a single word. And an RPE of 10 is a maximum effort activity. It feels almost impossible to keep going and completely out of breath and speak a single word.
Do you still remember your RPE after the cheer dance? How do you feel after the activity? What are the activities that can be categorized in number 10? Very good! This time, get a stopwatch or a digital watch with a second hand. If you have a smartphone, open your timer or clock application. Now, are you ready? And look for a partner. He or she will take the time while you take your pulse. Your pulse can be located at several places on your body. The two most common locations are the carotid pulse and the radial pulse. The carotid pulse or the radial pulse. But first, let me teach you how to locate your pulse.
Carotid pulse. Turn your head to one side. Feel the point at your neck where the large muscle and tendon stick out when your head is turned. Slide the pleasure part of your index and middle fingers along this tendon until you are on a level equal with your Adam's apple. Feel for the pulse. Readjust the fingers if necessary. Do not press too hard because this might alter the pulse. Count the number of pulses for 60 seconds. This number represents your heart rate in beats per minute while you are at rest. The number represents your heart rate in beats per minute while you are at rest. If you are pressed for time, you may count the pulses for only 15 seconds. Multiply this by 4. Remember, however, that it is more accurate to take a full 60-second count if possible. This is how you are going to do it. As you can see, it's very simple. Radial pulse. Hold left forearm out in front of your palm facing front. At the top portion of your forearm, nearest the thumb, where your wrist is, slide the pleasure part of your index and middle fingers along until they are one each from your wrist. Feel for the pulse. Readjust the fingers if necessary. Do not press too hard because this might alter the pulse. Count the number of pulses felt for 60 seconds. This number represents your heart rate in beats per minute while you are at rest. If you are pressed for time, you may count the pulses for only 15 seconds. Multiply this by 4. Remember, however, that it is more accurate to take a full 60 seconds count if possible. This is how you are going to do it. Again, it's very easy and you can do it.
Don't forget to record your resting pulse rate in your learning activity sheet. Heart rate, also known as the pulse rate, this is the number of times a person's heart beats per minute. It indicates the effort your heart is doing based on the demands you place on your body. The more demanding your physical activity is, the faster the heart rate. Each time your heart beats, it pumps blood into the arteries of your body. The surge of blood causes a pulse, which is what you feel by holding your fingers against an artery. The major arteries that are easy to locate and frequently used for pulse counts are the radial artery, just below the base of the thumb, and the carotid artery, just below the size of the jaw. Some people find it easier to locate the carotid artery, but locating the radial artery is easier for others. The heart rates provide a good indicator of the relative challenge experienced during physical activity. Using the heart rate as a physiological indicator, maximal heart rate is typically used. Recommendations for physical activity indicate that physical activities used as exercises should be between 60 to 85% of your maximal HR to maintain or improve cardiovascular fitness. This means that for each exerciser, getting the maximal HR and the heart rates equivalent to 60 to 85% of the maximal HR are important in achieving your fitness goals. Think of it as 60% heart rate is your moderate intensity. 85% heart rate is the limit of your vigorous intensity. The threshold of training is the minimum amount of physical activity, frequency, intensity, and time necessary to produce benefit. The target zone, on the other hand, begins at the threshold of training and stops at the point where the physical activity becomes counterproductive. Physiological fitness relates to biological systems that are influenced by one's level of habitual physical activity. Now let us apply what you have learned from our previous activities. Exercise raises your heart rate. Dance is a very good form of exercise. The intensity of your exercise can be moderate or vigorous depending on your heart rate. You will now perform several tests and record your heart rate after each test. After each test, remain standing as you count your pulse for 15 seconds and multiply it by 4. Execute the following dance steps. These are some of the basic dance steps of Philippine folk dance. After performing each steps, get your heart rate. Don't forget to write on your learning activity sheet.
Step hop. Step right foot at the right side, count 1. Hop left foot, count 2. Do it alternately left and right for 20 seconds. Both arms at your waist. Just like this one. After the task, record your heart rate for 60 seconds. Next is step swing. Step right foot in front, count 1. Swing the left foot outward, count 2. Do it alternately left and right for 20 seconds. both arms at your waist. This is an example. After 20 seconds, record your heart rate. Again for another 60 seconds or 1 minute. Next is blinking step. Place right heel in front in fourth position, count 1. Step right close to left foot in first position, count 2. Reverse the position of the feet. Do it alternately for 20 seconds, both arms at your waist.
The table shows the different tasks that you perform range from the highest to lowest heart rate. Did you know that Zumba is an exercise fitness program created by Colombian dancer and choreographer Alberto Bito Perez during the 1990s. Zumba is a trademark owned by Zumba Fitness, LLC. The Brazilian pop singer Claudia Leite has become the international ambassador to Zumba Fitness. Zumba is a total body cardio and aerobic workout, which provides a large calorie consumption. A study shows that a person burns 300 to 900 kilocalories with an hour-long Zumba exercise. Because Zumba offers different options. Proponents of the Zumba program claim that it's safe for all ages, meaning that anyone from 0 to 100 can participate in this form of aerobic exercise. Some of the classes are specifically aimed at elderly people to help them build strength, improve motion and posture, and socialize. Besides its high calorie burning benefit, Zumba can help lower the risk of heart disease, reduce the blood pressure and bad cholesterol, and increase your good cholesterol. Originally, Latin American dances were the inspiration for Zumba. Over time, it has evolved to include dance moves from all over the world. Many of the basic moves are still inspired by Latin dance, so those are the basic moves you should learn first. Now let's perform the basic cha-cha-cha.
Basic cha-cha-cha. Hands on your waist. The feet are in first position. Step right foot backward, count 1, taking the weight of the body. Step right foot forward in place, close to left, and tap the toe twice, count 2 and 3. Step left foot forward, count 4. Step left foot backward in place, close to right, and tap the toe twice, count 1, 2. Step right foot backward, count 3. Do it again for 20 seconds and record your heartbeat. Side cha-cha-cha. Arms extended sideward, side by side. Feet are in first position. Step right foot sideward right, count 1, taking the weight of the body. Step right foot in place, close to left, and tap the toe twice, count 2 and 3. Step left foot sideward left, count 4. Step left foot in place, close to right, and tap the toe twice, count 1 and 2. Step right foot sideward, count 3. Do it again alternately for 20 seconds. New York. Arms in fourth position, left or right. Feet are in first position. Step left foot across to right sideward, count 1, taking the weight of the body. Step left foot to original position, count 2. Tap right foot, count 3. Tap left foot, count 4. Reverse movement to the other side. Do it again alternately, right and left, for 20 seconds. Alemania. Arms forward. Do the basic cha-cha-cha 4 times and turn. In turning, step right foot forward in first position, count 1. Tap again the right foot while turning the body to the right, count 2. Step left foot forward, count 3. When the foot lands on the floor, it was on the opposite direction and the body. Do it again to be back on the original position. Do it again for 20 seconds.
Write the different tasks that you perform and range from the highest to lowest heart rate. What should be your heart rate when you engage in moderate to vigorous dance exercise? try this computation in your activity sheet, you can use the information needed in your previous activities.
For the first step, multiply 0.7 by your age. Let us have an example. Say for instance you are 18 years of age. Then multiply 0.7 by your age, which is 18. The answer will be 12.6. Then proceed to the next step. Subtract your answer on the first step from 208. So 208 minus your answer to the first step, which is 12.6, then the answer will be 195.4. Now let us move on to the second step. Subtract your resting heart rate or beats per minute or BPM from your answer to step 1. From step 1, the answer is 195.4. Subtract now your resting heart rate. Say for example, your resting heart rate is 60, so you need to subtract 60 from 195.4. The answer is 135.4. To get the minimum heart rate, multiply your answer from step 2 by 0.40. The answer from step 2 is 135.4. So multiply 135.4 by 0.40. The answer will be 54.16. To get your minimum heart rate, add your resting heart rate to your answer from step 3. Your answer from step 3 is 54.16. So add 60 and 54.16. The result is 114.16, which is your minimum heart rate that you should try to achieve when exercising at a moderate intensity. Now, to get your maximum heart rate, multiply your answers to step 2 by 0.55. Step 2 answer is 135.4, so multiply 135.4 by 0.55, which is equal to 74.47. Step 4B. Add your resting heart rate to your answer from step 3B. Your answer from step 3B is 74.47. Add 60, which is your resting rate. Now, for moderate intense exercise, my exercise heart rate should be 114.16 to 134.37 beats per minute. What should be my heart rate when I am engaged in a vigorously intense exercise? Perform the same steps from the previous activity to get the correct answer.
This is how you are going to calculate while you engage in physical activities. Do it in your activity sheet.
Let me give you an example. In question letter A, if your answer is 3 times a week, then you are going to write on the block number 3 and encircle also the number 3 on the table. You can start now. To assess your physical activity index, multiply your 3 scores. Now, look at the table. What do you think is your physical activity index?
List down some of your physical activities in a week in this new normal situation. I hope you learned something about our topic today. In 10 seconds, you have to answer each question. Your time starts now.
Please check your own work. Be honest. Rubric for scoring.
Always remember to stay happy and live healthily. Join me next time as we engage to another health optimizing physical activities. This is Annie, your health optimizing physical education teacher. Goodbye!